So Bhupinder is the next person, and I've always admired him. I keep joking with him. He comes from Punjab, from the same place that I have lived in my childhood. A lot of Sardarjis and other community which grow their hair, and we'll talk to him about that too. What makes me always look at this man and say he's got a lot of knowledge and he's out of the box. And I've always loved something that's unusual, out of the box, because that gives you a different way of looking. And they often say it's always the idea that sells. And it's not about selling, it's what is it that this man has that the other 15 people don't. He's actually taking care of people and creating apps right now, and all kinds of stuff. He's done his 2 levels of meta health. He still has to complete one more. And I'm sure he will do that very soon. He's also done his EFT and color and a lot of other things. So with a lot of dedication, he's merging everything very beautifully and creating beautiful recipes out of it. Today, the topic is chew your anger. And when I was just looking at that, I said, wow, only somebody like Bhupinder would come up with something like chew your anger. So let's understand from Bhupinder, what does it mean to chew your anger? Bhupinder.
Hi, and thank you for the introduction. So today's topic is chew my anger. Why anger is because there is a lot of anger and which we generally keep controlling. Okay, so there's a way of releasing and some keep within themselves. So I term it as suppressing yourself with anger. Okay, so the release pattern is somewhere wherein you are expressing yourself out with words or with your hands or with movements. So it is a way of expression how you just throw yourself out and release yourself out of anger. So what happens with people who really suppress their anger and the ratio is way too high. So I would term like almost 6 to 7 people would suppress their anger and just 2 or 3 would really release the anger. So when I say suppress the anger is so what really makes you angry. Okay, so there is one way when you come across anger is when you listen and you do not express. Okay, so from here from the ear to your mouth. Okay, this is your jawline, right? And again, there is something what you visual which makes you angry and you still don't express. So again, you do come over here. So this jawline is something which is always there, which is used to chew, and you use it to make sure that your food is chewed into small pieces and grinded, and then it goes into your stomach. Okay, so what is really happening is that when you're not expressing, so there is a lot of anger which is stored in your jaws in this particular part of your body. Okay, apart from the other organs or whatever we go back, that's a different story. However, at this point of time, it's completely to do with your jawline. So you would find people, they're being angry, and the jawlines are growing as well. So that is one way you can really analyze that, how angry the person is. So uh, from the old days, we were always taught, that you should chew your food as many times you can. Okay, more chewing will help you digest the food better. So what really is happening today is that we are not really chewing our food because most of us are either running out of time and we have very less time. We don't eat meals, or we want to do meals in a very small and fast way. So the chewing pattern has changed. So you really don't chew your food much. It is just few bites and you gulp it inside. So you really swallow it inside. So here there is a fruit, okay, which has been there in our culture for ancient centuries, years, you can say, and it has always been around. So it's coconut, okay. In Hindi we call it nariyal. So it's the dry one which you really get when you go to the temple, and you get that in as a serving from the Lord to you as a prasad, okay, and you eat that. So when you have that nariyal fruit or the coconut fruit, okay, you are going to chew that, because if that fruit, if you try and gulp it in a couple of bites, then it will get choked. So you might choke yourself. So what you really do is you really have to chew it hard. So you chew it hard. So when you are going to chew, you're going to use your jaws. Okay, so there is a lot of effort. So this jaw line over here is going to be used, which you have not been using for so many times. Even though if you're having 3 meals, 4 meals, 2 meals, the jawline is not being used. So what really happens is that when you do not express your anger and you keep on suppressing it, okay, so there is a lot of vitamins, minerals at the micro level which are going to be you keep on getting used by the body because it has to. You have to sustain your body and you have to still go on. So this fruit comes with uh, good fat. Okay, then it comes with fibers. It comes with potassium, iron, vitamin B6, magnesium, vitamin C, sodium. So these are various kind of vitamins and minerals what really this fruit has. And we are only going to talk about potassium and magnesium and how it helps you to suppress or to release your anger. Okay, when you're suppressing yourself, and how do you release it by using this food? One is by chewing the fruit because it helps your jawline to move, and wherein you're not able to speak your anger out, you're going to really move your jaw and make it relaxed because there's a lot of stiffness. So you might find some people, even they cannot open their mouth because they have not been with words wherein they have been able to express those anger moments or those particular situations or to those people. So I am going to talk about potassium and magnesium, which comes out of this food. So potassium is something which helps muscle contraction. So we're talking about contraction, right? And it also gives nerve signals. And it is stored in your bones and muscle cells. And it also helps send more oxygen to your brain. So potassium is something which comes out of this fruit very naturally. Okay, and how it helps is when you are in anger, so there is a lot of stoppage of oxygen what you really go. So let's, if you can imagine a situation when you have been angry and you have not expressed, you really go cold and you just freeze yourself. Okay, so the blood flow is stopped. Okay, this particular mineral helps you with those blood, that oxygen which carries it down to your brain. So there is good oxygen flow which goes with the blood. Okay, what happens with magnesium? Magnesium again is used by the body to regulate muscle and nerve function. Okay, and it is again stored in the bones, and it helps in signaling of brain and body again. So it's similar to what potassium also does, and it also above all helps your brain development, memory, and learning. So people do, when if you meet different kind of people who have been in angry situations and have not expressed themselves, they keep on reminding themselves of that situation, and over a period of time they lose the memory because they want to forget what has really happened. Okay, and because of that they really don't remember things, and which automatically becomes a habit because you that is the way you've adapted your life, and that is the way you want to live. That is a survival mode what you have created for yourself about forgetting things. So this particular fruit helps you with brain development and memory development, and it is very good if, especially for kids, when they are into too much of studies, or even I tell myself as a kid because today I also still feel like studying more, and I'm sure everyone over here in the forum loves to study, and you are using so much of your magnesium day by day, and this fruit will give you a lot of magnesium. So what it really does is, in the anger moment, it helps you with the jaw movement, and at the same time, the stress which is caused when you are not moving your jaws, the stiffness for the muscles, and for the brain signaling, and for the oxygen, and for the blood flow. These particular minerals are freely available over there. And if you talk about the fear factor, what really comes out of this fruit, which if you just go online and you search, it would be cholesterol issues because of the fats what it has and everything. Okay, all I can say is that if you have anything in excess, yes, it's wrong. It's not good for your body. Everything or anything which is in limitation is always good for your body. And the biggest question is that this particular fruit have been served for centuries in various cultures, and especially if you go down to south, in everyday cooking and in everyday recipe there is coconut which is being used. Either grated in food or either eaten raw every day. And you cannot count the number of quantity what a household would be using. So if that is the question that it is harming your health, then I would term that the entire south of India would be suffering from a lot of diseases and illnesses, which is not right. You can search on it, it is not right. Okay. So you should eat this fruit fearlessly. And even if you add this in your mid meal, and I would term that you get one coconut and break it into 4 pieces and have one piece a day. So you can go through one nariyal or one coconut for 4 days, right? So it's 1/4 of the piece is not harmful. In fact, it is so nutritious and so much with good nutrition of micro or macro levels that it keeps you satiated and you will feel happy and you would not crave for any other thing also. So you can add this in your mid meal because eventually you would literally spend 5 to 10 minutes just eating this particular fruit. That is what I'm claiming is 1/4 of the size. So you should incorporate this on your day-to-day habit in your eating. And yes, this will only ignite your brain cells and make you more intelligent. That is all I can say on this. Thank you.
Very nice. That was very, very nice knowledge. And I can say that all of the South India is supposed to be very intelligent, actually. So people in South are known for their brains. And so I'm very, very sure their brain power comes from the coconut. So thank you, Bhupinder, for that beautiful insights.